Mm-hmm. Well, hello and welcome to week 84. We are looking at carved wood decorations, part 2. I'm here with Corney. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine, thanks. How you doing?
A little bit better than last night, but not all the way. Still trying to do everything I can to avoid coughing. And
At least you're still breathing.
yeah, I'm breathing a little bit heavy. Um, and whilst I haven't completely given up smoking, I've probably only had like 2 or 3 cigarettes a day. It's ridiculous. So I'm working on it. Anyway, we are here for Icarus Week 84 update, dining suites and carved wood decor. Craft 6 new carved wood decorations for your base in our latest bunch of items. We've also improved photo mode. And I'm about having coughing fits, so please take over.
So, week 84 is here, and this week brings our second batch of carved wood decorations to Icarus, with 6 new items to craft. We've also updated and improved the photo mode, tweaking and improving the ranges of different settings and the control players have in setting specific parameters to get the perfect shot. So you may have noticed this update was published a day early, yesterday, because in New Zealand, where Rocketworks is based, today for them yesterday, was public holiday to celebrate Matariki, the Maori New Year. So let's enjoy this week's update while the team enjoyed their holiday weekend. Well, weekends, so hopefully still enjoying.
Yeah, let's hope we can add to their enjoyment. Okay.
Right, so.
Carved wood decorations, if you please.
Yeah, so we've added a second batch of carved decorations this week, adding 6 new items to the set for you to craft and decorate your base with. So, including in these 6 items are 3 tables, a round table, a 6-seater dining table, and a 10-seater dining table to suit all sized prospecting crew. Provided that you actually put chairs in them as well.
Yeah, we need to be able to sit in the chairs.
Luckily, there's also the new Castwood dining chair for you to craft and adorn your new dining suit with.
We have to be able to sit on it.
Uh, Couches are you still can't sit on, but chairs you can. So let's hope you can also sit on these new chairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Next, for the walls, there's a carved wood wall shelf, along with a carved wood candle and carved wood desk lamp to place around your base. I wonder how big the shelves are gonna be. Like we use the half floors as shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, let's see how big these shelves are gonna be. Maybe we can use those shelves. Well, probably not in a prospect course. You have to build the interior wood design thingy bench, which we
Yeah.
usually don't. But for an outpost, could be nice. We'll have to
Yeah.
check.
For sure.
Also, the art team is always working on new assets and items to personalize your Icarus experience. So suggest any items or designs you'd like to decorate your base in the comments. In other words, you want some extra decoration stuff? Please do put it in the comments here, so Rocket Rush can have a look on whether or not it's viable to put it into the game.
Yeah. Howdy, Marshball. How are you doing? You get the first prize medal tonight. Well done.
Howdy, Mosbo.
Welcome, welcome. How are you doing?
So,
Alrighty. Photo
photo
mode.
mode. Photo mode has received a pass with new features and improvements to make taking the perfect snap even easier. The big one of these is we have increased the tether distance to allow players a bit more width and depth when taking photos of their character models in different settings. That's nice because I've had it where you have to stand a long way away from your base in order to get the entire base on the
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
But then the base is going to be very small, and you're very big on the foreground and very small base in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Now the base will still be small, but at least you'll be on scale because you can keep standing closer to your base. The tether distance, the point from where you are making the snapshot, the photo, sorry, is longer.
Good.
They increase the distance, so they're good.
That sounds good.
Alongside this, we've also changed the photo mode parameters so that most of them can now be manually set outside the standard slider range. Smoothed out the field of view mouse scrolling and added ability to change the movement speed of the camera smoothly while in motion. Good for action snapshots.
Yeah.
We are keen to see your best photos, so make sure you keep sharing them in stream, Discord and on social media. You can access photo mode with numpad 7 or, if you don't have a numeric keyboard, set it to
Like
any
me.
key you choose in the settings.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't have an numpad, so I'm going to have to find another key for it.
So you can make it a nice key combo like Ctrl Alt Shift Del P0 F5 or something.
Jesus.
A very easy key combo to press, you know.
Yeah, one key suits me better, thanks.
Okay, sure. So,
Alrighty.
Matriki, you may have noticed the weekly patch has been pushed out a day early, as tomorrow, i.e. today in New Zealand, i.e. Still tomorrow. Sorry, today for us,
Yes,
yesterday in New
yesterday.
Zealand.
Yes.
We're celebrating Matariki, a public holiday that falls on our usual patch day. So instead of saying, sorry folks, public holiday, no patch, they just brought us out a day early. So we at least get our weekly patch. Yay!
Yay. We love that.
Yep. So traditionally, Matariki was a time to acknowledge the dead and to release their spirits to become stars. It was also a time to reflect, to be thankful to the gods for the harvest, to feast, and to share the bounty of the harvest with family and friends. Oh, Christmas, like get together with your
Thanksgiving.
family, friends. Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
something that's not really big here in Europe, but big in the States, in America.
Yes, yeah, it's not real big over here either, but it's really big in the States and in Canada.
So, but hey, we at least we got our weekly pitch. Thanks for that.
Yeah, we are thankful to the rocket work gods for that.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's have a look at the change logs, shall we? So new content. Unlock a new set of carved wood decorations.
Nice.
Increase the maximum photo mode tether distance.
Good.
Settings values in a photo mode can now be manually added by interacting with a number. This allows values outside of the slide range. Fix an issue where the photo mode cursor would persist after hiding the UI if the options panel was visible. You don't want the cursor in your screenshot, come on.
No.
Now, so now hiding the UI while in photo mode automatically enables flying movement of camera. Good. So you're not restricted to a two-dimensional plane, but you can also move your camera angle vertically.
Nice.
Adjustments to the field of view in photo mode via the mouse wheel are now smoothed, with the option to change the smoothness.
Good.
Added ability to switch mouse scroll in photo mode to adjust movement speed instead of field of view. Also adjusted the minimum and maximum values of several photo mode settings sliders. Adjusted the scale and units for the photo mode DOF settings. Distance of view? Not sure what DOF stands for. Let's see.
Distance of
If I
field.
Google DOF. Why do I have most of the results in Dutch? Usually I use Google in English, but okay. No, it is distance of view. I'd say I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll find out sooner or later, I reckon.
Exactly. Right. Let's see. You can no longer take a photo while photo mode preset name box has the keyboard focus, so you don't accidentally make the photo when you're typing stuff in.
Yeah.
And fix a bug where the photo mode preset sometimes would not apply when first entering the mode. Depth of field. Oh, okay.
That's what.
Thanks,
Okay.
Marve.
Yeah, thank you. Alrighty.
Okay. Well, basically the new decorations and the changes to the photo mode.
Yeah.
Being new content.
Okay.
Right.
So the fixes, they now put light items into the light slot by default. Yay. You like
Yay!
that?
Nice quality of life improvements, definitely.
That's a
But
definite good quality of life one. That.
yeah.
And how many times have I said, "Oh, I know I made a torch. Where the fuck is it?" And it's in my
Yep.
inventory instead of in my light slot.
Inventory or the hotbar, but never into the light slot directly. Now
Yeah.
it goes into the slide slot.
Good.
Light slot. Sorry. Yo, nice.
Yeah.
So, removed some custom user descriptions from the tag queries DT, which hides the actual queries. Okay, thanks.
Cool.
Added translation text to radar screens and exotic item tooltips.
Good.
So yeah, good for players who are playing in another language than English.
Mm-hmm.
The same for the next one. Hooked up translated text for storm incoming prompt on the weather timeline. Updated handling of the unlock flag presentation for talent and workshop items to ensure the required talent or DLC flag is shown. Thanks for that. Like, I want to unlock the talent. Why doesn't it show it's unlocked? Why can't I unlock? It's unlocked, but it doesn't show. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad I fixed that.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a pain in the rear backside.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we're into the future content, which I'm assuming, gathering by the height of the slider on the edge of the page, we have rather a lot of.
Quite a lot, so yeah, room for speculation again. We like.
Nice. Yes, we love speculation. As long as speculation doesn't make me laugh, because laughing makes me cough right now, which is why I'm not doing an awful lot of talking.
I'll try to refrain from deliberately trying to make you laugh, but I can't make any promises though.
Well, you
It's just like second nature. Sorry about that.
you didn't try and make me laugh yesterday, but you still succeeded.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's a talent, you know.
Oh yeah. Alrighty.
So the
Future
third one
content.
is already an interesting one. Added missing entries, New Zealand spelling, to the creature types table and split out existing variants where it made sense. And we're talking about Komodos, roads, and bluebacks. Road?
Never
That's
heard
new.
of that. Hope you're
Uh,
taking notes.
repeated open application test. Uh, but road animal?
No, never heard of
No,
that.
not really. No. So this is going to be
A new animal.
more of an alien animal.
Cool.
Nice. But it also, this sentence also makes me think like we're gonna have, and actually this will be confirmed later on in the future content. We're gonna have different types of Komodos,
Mhm.
like you have the normal scorps in the desert. You have the Arctic scorps, which are bigger and stuff in the Arctic. So
You've got the skelly
I reckon,
scarps.
yeah, but they are not biome bound. They spawn with the Scorpion King. So that's why I did not count those. I'm talking about biome specific variants now.
Okay.
So Komodos are going to have the same. Bluebacks, there will be multiple variants of as well.
Okay.
And apparently the new animal type, road, that one too. Just good.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Some more work done on the Prometheus missions.
Yep. Story 4, right, the very first one. Story 3 down here and down here, and story 2 just underneath.
Story
Gonna
2, added
scroll up.
worms dialogue. Oh, so we're gonna have to fight worms for the second mission. Cool.
Added worms dialogue.
Yeah, so there's gonna be something with worms in one of the mission steps for story 2.
Okay.
Might be a sandworm-ish, might be a cave worm, something, so maybe special mining. I don't know.
Mm,
Or maybe it's a whole new type of worm. I don't know.
could be.
Gonna make one wonder.
Yeah. I hope you're taking notes on all these animals and stuff.
Uh, I rely on my memory for the patch notes here.
Okay.
And on the fact that I have like 60 or so tabs open with patch notes, so I can quickly scroll back and search.
Yeah, I like this one. Fix spelling mistake in stat names for variant creatures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Changed from New Zealand spelling to normal spelling.
Yeah, yeah. They still can't spell entries right, though. New
No,
Zealand spelling for
New Zealand
entries.
spelling. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Where are we going next? Adding an additional hail there?
Hail has been mentioned before, I believe, as a weather event.
Yeah, but we're getting another layer of it now.
Yeah, maybe it's partially rain, partially hail. I don't know.
Could be. Adding icons for the alien conch and pottery. Conch shell.
So, yeah, now talking about the conch.
Conch.
Conch. A bit further down at some point it says adding conch deploy audio, an event and data table. I.e., this is going to be a deployable item.
Oh, so okay. Sounds interesting.
Might be decorative. I don't know. I have no idea what it's going to be used for. Decorative or actually functional. I don't know. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Sounds strange. Switching Daisy's corpse, so it is no longer a buffalo.
So Daisy has been mentioned before in the patch notes as well.
Yeah, Daisy to me just says cow.
Flower, but we're talking about a creature nowadays. 2 weeks ago it was mentioned.
Yeah.
Creature spawning and attacking of the daisies in Prometheus 1 story. And they increased the health of the daisies to 1500. Now, again, for the daisies here, they're going to be mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah.
Daisy is going to be indeed part of the story 1.
And is obviously going to be attainable because A, they were talking about Daisy's health being buffed because they were getting attacked. And also here, they moved Daisy's saddle slot.
So remove the slot, so I'm not sure it's going to be rideable. And also, like a bit further down, quite a bit further down, it's mentioned Fixie Story 1 Daisy quest and steps, so looting is optional. So it's going to be an optional quest step? Possibly. Again, we'll have to wait and see.
Possible. Okay.
Let's see. Fish 15 to 19. We already knew there were going to be at least 19 fishes. Fish 19 was mentioned last week, if I'm not mistaken, already as well. So adding modifier to players when they are carrying specific resources that are gained when harvesting, skinning, or mining when using the Ironwood toolset. So you get a like frozen stuff. No, this is cold steel. That's for the frozen stuff. Ironwood is something with some kind of modifier on the resource, some special resource.
Maybe you get more of it.
Which is apparently gonna affect the player. Might it be something like the abysmal oxide? If you carry it, you die from radiation poisoning.
I wouldn't think it would be that detrimental, but yeah, something.
I don't know.
Either that, or it's with you using the Ironwood tool set, maybe you just get, I don't know, 200% when harvesting, skinning, or mining.
It's going to be like a nice new resource, which is going to be worth more. I don't mind taking some damage while carrying it. It just makes sure, like, okay, you go out for the stuff, and as soon as you get it, you run back.
Yeah.
So you have to put more of an effort in for the stuff, so it has more value.
Yeah, make sure you've got plenty of food on you.
Yeah.
keep your health up.
Let's see. Where was the? There was mention. No,
Fix
I
two.
don't think the ironwood. It was mentioned which special things you got from ironwood. Like I said,
No.
for the cold steel, you could get like frozen ore and stuff, which, by the way, will be mentioned later on here in the future content. But I don't
Yeah.
think there was anything mentioned about some special with ironwood toolset.
Yet. They fixed a couple of typos in mission objective for Prometheus Story 6 and fixed a typo in the highlight for the body in fracture mission. We like when you fix typos.
Yep.
Or New Zealand spelling, depending on
Yep.
where you're from. Where are we going now?
Three above. So there's some fine tuning to the obsidian leg and
Oh,
arms
yeah.
armor. Better balance between legs and arms for running versus weapon use. What? You have an obsidian armor, you can run slower, but you can use your weapons better, or the other way around? If that is so, then it's gonna be interesting, because then every time you have to look, okay, what am I gonna do? What armor am I gonna use? Like currently you have armor which is gives you a buff for something, but the
Mm-hmm.
debuffs it gives they're not really that interesting. Like the Naneo armor, it gives you physical resistance as a buff. Debuff is you swim slower,
Yeah.
but we don't swim that much anyway. So
No,
yeah, like
and if you do, all you've got to do is take your bloody helmet off, and you'll swim faster.
yeah, but it takes more time to take off the helmet and put it back on than swimming slightly slower.
Well, true. Depends on how far you can swim.
Yeah. But yeah, if the obsidian armor is gonna be a relative significant change in movement speed or weapon use, then it's gonna be an
Mm-hmm.
interesting one.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, let's have a look. Adding blue steel pickaxe and axe layers. In addition, and balance against other axes. Blue steel? That's new.
Yeah. Well, they did say they were coming up with some new recipes, though, did they not?
Yeah, they did. But we have a lot already called steel, ironwood, obsidian.
Well, maybe blue steel is cold steel.
Maybe could be like another internal name for the same option. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Anyway, update grasslands biome effects increase the color and opacity of the fog while reducing the post-process impact, etc. So fog has been mentioned, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago, or has been mentioned 2 times actually in the past 3 or 4 weeks. Never uh, as a weather event as such.
No.
This time, however, if I look at this, and especially further down, there is mention of fog again. Looks like it's going to be a nice weather event.
Okay.
Acid fog. So yeah,
Ooh.
that's going to be an interesting new weather event then. Reduce
Yeah.
sight, I don't know, reduce movement speed, taking damage, the whole shebang. Acid fog,
Cool.
or damaging your armor. I don't know.
Mm, okay. Added text for new meta items. Well, we know that there are new weapons and sets
Uh,
coming out, so
yeah,
that kind of
meta
makes
items,
sense.
so workshop items.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we know that there's sets and stuff coming out, so that makes sense.
yeah.
Added highlight text for spiked brambles to differentiate from non-spiked brambles. So we're going to get
two
both?
types of brambles, yeah. The non-spike brambles you can only harvest by sickle,
As is
as
said
per
underneath.
the line beneath,
Yeah.
below. Spike brambles, not sure you can harvest them. Or maybe
At
you can
all.
only harvest the brambles themselves and not the bush. Or maybe you need an axe instead of the sickle.
Yeah, but then how are you going to carry them?
Uh, who cares? Just put it in your pocket, next to the thumper.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Maybe you could use spiked brambles as a, very early form of defense.
Make a hedgehog out of spike brambles. So it damages from both ways.
Hmm,
Yeah, why not?
that would make sense.
It could be interesting, yeah, definitely. Make a
Yeah.
ladder out of a ladder out of spike brambles. It's good for PvP.
Well,
Oh,
how's about
you want to climb up the
how's
ladder? You're gonna get hurt.
yeah, you could make cured leather armor and wrap it in spiked brambles so that you could like make yourself a spiky glove or something.
Update to the ghillie armor.
Yeah.
Gonna be an interesting material, spike bramble. You can do very interesting things with spike bramble wood.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we going
Okay.
next?
So Prometheus Story 2 moved cave worm locations. So we are gonna have to fight cave worms.
Yeah.
Mandatory for Prometheus Story 2.
Mhm.
Uh, to prevent clipping issues. So yeah, it's gonna be uh, let's see.
Well, maybe they'll not be
Story
clipping into the walls
2.
anymore.
But yeah, the previous mention of Prometheus Story 2, like added worms dialogue, we already knew there were gonna be worms.
Yeah.
It's question steps. So yeah. So the next one, right? So we're
Yeah.
talking about frozen ore before, right?
Mhm.
Last week, for example.
Mhm.
Frozen coal, and maybe it has like even longer burn time, the whole shebang. Frozen ore can now be placed into fireplaces, campfires, fire pits, ovens, furnaces to defrost and will be awarded with a random ore.
Yeah, and you see the spelling
So,
again there. A weird with a random ore.
yep, true. Uh, so basically, you take your cold steel pickaxe, you mine an iron node, you get a frozen ore, you defrost it in a fireplace or in a campfire or in your furnace or whatever, and all of a sudden it turns into, I don't know, titanium. That's cool.
Yeah. Or a gold node or a gold ore or something like that. That would be interesting.
Yeah, be awarded with a random ore. That's gonna be
Yeah.
nice. Gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a look. Added area of effect damage aura for sulfur pools.
Yeah, poisonous gases.
And there is more mention of sulfur pools. There's going to be a sulfur pool event uh, within an area around the sulfur pool. No idea
Yeah.
what kind of event it's going to be, but I would reckon poisonous.
Mhm.
Or maybe it's the acid fog.
Mm,
It's acid. Sulfur. Nah, let's say poison. Poison fog.
Yeah.
So there are the server pools, so you can walk by normally, no problem. But every so often there is this event where, I don't know, it heats up or something, and you are all of a sudden surrounded with a cloud of sulfur, having a hard time breathing. Your mount is gonna die. Interesting.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay. Added woolly zebra bone skeletal mash and textures. Well, we knew
yeah,
there
we
was a woolly
already knew.
zebra, but
Yeah,
they're just putting some more stuff on it, fleshing it out.
yeah. So Woolly Zebra
There's,
is actually gonna be a mount.
yeah, there's your conch display audio and event set and data table.
Yeah. And let's see, fix a bug with the weather clock when there's more than one deployable in affected biome. Early return, one below. Last week, it was last week or the week before, it was mentioned a new weather event which will clog up all your deployables. Where I was like, even if they're inside,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah,
So apparently, if there's more than one deployable, that weather clock event was bugged. So they fixed it before we could exploit it.
good.
Oh well.
Yeah, fixed a bug where basic fishing rod would destroy lures if you selected it in the context menu. Fishing rods now check for an inventory component and only open if the object has one.
And basic fishing rod, press R to bring up the radial, select a lure, and the lure gets destroyed because if basic fishing rod doesn't work with a lure, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's see. So got a new, quite a few images for the bestiary for the 2.0.0 animals.
Mm-hmm.
Setting up encrypted missions that require a Tier 4 communicator to access. Adjusting the user interface on the planet to mention that encryption missions must be accessed via a Tier 4 communicator when attempting to access this in other ways. So this is a mission which you apparently cannot access or cannot start from the space station. Of course, there you don't have the communicator.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be on a planet to start this new mission types, encrypted missions.
Oh. Okay.
As per the one below as well, updating the mission selection UI to visually distinguish encrypted missions from regular missions. And updating general Prometheus mission flow. So you have to start a certain mission, Prometheus mission, but so you go down to the planet, but you have to start the next mission whilst still on the planet.
Hmm.
Gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna work though.
Yeah.
Also, then the question arises like if you start this mission planet side, what can you bring? Only the stuff you brought for the mission you are currently in, or can you bring other stuff crafted in the mission you're in?
Oh, well, don't forget, we're going to be able to send stuff up to the space station to pick stuff up
Yeah,
and bring
I
it
know,
down for us. So.
I know, but you tier up to tier 4 in your mission.
Mm-hmm.
The mission you started from the space station. Can you then bring a couple of benches to that encrypted mission?
Hmm.
Saving you the time to have to tag all the way up.
Good question. Hmm.
Interesting to see how this is going to work.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny the comment underneath where the Tier 4 communicator now requires an active power connection to work. Well,
Do quite a
duh.
few tier 4 deployables though. Not all of them, but most of them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would kind of think that a communicator at the tier 4 level would require an active power source, but it will depend on how
Uh,
much power it requires.
could have been built-in solar panels,
Mm,
like the beacon,
yeah.
like a radar.
But don't forget, you've also got water wheels. That's an active power source.
Yeah. But this is going to be one of those tier 4 deployables which does require a power connection. So bring a Jenny or a solar panel or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or deploy the thing next to your base and just hook it up to your power network.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, here, future content. Search area compass icon now disappears when within the search area, and a same colored border now appears to signify that you're within the search bounds.
That
Is
would
it
be.
future content? It should have been new stuff.
Uh, either
Remember
that or
yesterday?
it's either that or it's supposed to be future content, and we accidentally got a glimpse of that last night.
Nah, we've had it before where the stuff was placed in future content, but it should have been in the new content stuff.
Yeah, the same color border now appears around your compass HUD bit in the HUD. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was a bit
like I said,
strange
what we
yesterday,
saw
but
yesterday, yeah, it was.
yeah.
What's going on here?
But then I managed to figure it out. I just looked at the map, and
Yep,
it's because we're in the search area.
yep. Okay,
Okay.
let's see. We're missing all 3 fixes. This one already. Tweaked lava hunter spit attack.
Oh, I was actually going to say spit particles mesh scaling based on projectile speed is now correctly orientated towards current velocity.
Yeah, spit particles mesh scaling based on projectile speed. But is this lava hunter spit?
I would have assumed
Possibly,
so.
possibly, probably. Yeah, but it's now no longer a range attack. But now it just rains down from the sky rather than being directly targeted at the player, which is gonna potentially make it harder to avoid, to dodge. Like
Yeah,
yesterday, it with the sandworm, the spit is rather easy to dodge
yeah,
if you're at a distance. It's spitting at you, but you have time to as soon as he spits, you have time to run sideways.
yeah,
But if this is now going to be like a vertical attack, depends on the area of effect, the size of the area.
mhm,
Also, if it's not directly targeted at you, yeah, good luck dodging that. I like that.
yeah, yeah, and they increased the size of the spit projectiles.
Yeah, it's going to be harder to kill the thing.
Yep.
Actually, talking about the lava hunter, 3 down. Instead of breaking the attack move to lay a single egg before attacking again, the lava hunter now lays several eggs in succession, with the number of eggs scaling with nearby player count. Uh, one, how close is nearby, but okay. Apart from that, if you combine this with what was said a couple of weeks ago, and what we're talking about, like, okay, the lava hunter is laying eggs, which is gonna spawn smaller animals, which is gonna attack you. So you're attacking a lava hunter. All of a sudden, it stops attacking you. It lays a couple of eggs, then it continues attacking you. At that point, you have to make a decision. Am I gonna continue fighting the lava hunter, or am I gonna take a couple of hits but first destroy the eggs? Because if you don't destroy the eggs, it's gonna spawn basically like the Skelly Corpse.
Yeah.
If you ignore those smaller animals, they are gonna hurt you.
Well, maybe we could
So
encourage the lava hunter to kill its own spawn like we do with the Scorpion King killing the
maybe,
Skelliescorps.
maybe. Although 2 weeks ago we noticed it didn't kill its offspring no more. It didn't kill the Skelliescorps no more.
Oh, it was still killing them, but you've got to get the Skelliescorps in the right place.
Yeah, way closer. But yeah, so now you have to very quickly determine like, okay, am I gonna be able to if I keep attacking the lava hunter, will I be able to kill it in time before these new smaller things, the broodlings, I believe, are becoming a threat? Or
Mm-hmm.
am I better off first killing the broodlings and then continue attacking the lava hunter? Which, by the way, would give it time to dive into a lava pool and to heal up again.
Yeah, and if you've got multiple players, you can split your attack.
True. But also, if you do it solo, only a few of them is only gonna lay a few eggs. But if you attack with 5 people simultaneously, it's gonna lay a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, definitely split up.
I can see exploding rounds becoming
Yeah.
very important in that bit.
Oh yeah. Shotgun with explosive shells. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you might actually do some damage to the lava hunter while you're there. Interesting thought. Or if it's lava hunter, you attack it with cold shit and freeze it. Slow it
There
down.
are cold steel bullets and cold steel arrows.
Mm-hmm. There you
Which
go.
was
Case in point.
mentioned, I believe,
A couple of
a
weeks
bit
ago.
above. No, a bit above. Let me find it. Yeah, updating the bullets and arrow physical measures for cold steel, so they now use the correct collision while flying through the air.
Yeah.
Search for BLT. Then the second hit. Just underneath
Oh,
the
got
edit
him.
text for new meta items.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, so there will be cold steel bullets and arrows. So yeah, probably use those to attack the lava hunter.
Yeah. And the bolts.
Bolts, yeah, crossbow.
Yeah, there. Just there.
Yeah.
Okay. We read that one. Okay, here's an interesting and kind of this one's a bit of a misnomer for me. Adding first layer of slug footsteps.
Yeah, a few weeks ago we had is like slug. What's it gonna be? Is like the animal, or is it gonna be like shotgun shell? And then we're kind of spitballing a bit, like different types
Mm-hmm.
of shells with different loads, you know. But
Now,
the slug is mentioned a few times in here in the future content, and
mm-hmm,
it will be the animal.
it will be the animal. But
Yeah.
seriously, slugs don't have feet, so how can they make
Uh,
footsteps?
Terran slugs don't. However, we're gonna venture into a semi-alien environment. So this is gonna be an alien slug.
With feet?
Yeah, why not? It's an alien slug.
An alien slug with feet is called a centipede.
No, this is a Terran animal. This is gonna be an alien slug.
They can't call it a slug if it's got feet.
Uh,
Hmm.
I didn't name the animals, right? Keep that in mind. I didn't name them.
Yeah. Okay. Adding swamp
Uh,
slug idle audio sounds event and data table entries.
yeah.
Um,
Hooks for weather dealing damage to armor or focus player item. So the acid fog, remember? Doing
yeah.
damage to armor? Yeah.
Or maybe metal items.
Yeah. Let's see, adding in swamp slug to the swamp spawn list. So slugs are going to be swamp biome.
Yep. I thought this was fun. This was good. Adding spawn rules to so snow or desert strikers do not spawn more than 2 at a time, and do not spawn close to dropship landing locations.
Thank you.
Well, thank
You,
feck for that.
yeah, you drop down to the planet. You haven't even grabbed your gear from the drop pod, and you're already being attacked by a couple of strikers. No, thank you.
Yeah, and we're going to get snow strikers and desert strikers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I haven't seen anything about a forest striker yet, so you have to hope you land in a forest biome.
Yep.
But at least they don't spawn close to the dropship landing locations. Phew. Thank you.
Whew. Yeah, they sound nasty if they're not going to, if they've been told specifically not to spawn anywhere near the dropships.
And not spawn more than 2 at a time.
Yeah, which means they're going to be tough to kill.
Exactly. He's telling you something about the danger level of the animal.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Here's another mention of an animal, adding gas flyer skeletal mash and anim assets. Also, second variation of the material for use in the swamp and grasslands.
Gosh, the gas flyer. Flyer has been mentioned before, but it was actually in. I don't know anymore. Was this for? Uh, yeah. So last week, tweaked flyer, brutling, bomber AI behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And lava flyer now slightly lead target and no longer slow down before reaching. Lava flyer last week. Now we have also a gas flyer for the swamp and grassland.
Might be something to do with sulfuric pools and the area of effect
Uh,
damage making a gas flyer?
I don't know. I don't know. So, but next to the lava flyer, we're apparently also going to have a gas flyer. Now, I don't know, this second part of this bullet point, also second variation of the material, which material, for use in the swamp and grasslands. So, will this gas flyer be in the swamp and in the grasslands, and the lava flyer be in the, I would say, the lava
Lava
biome?
biome. Yeah,
Interesting.
possible.
So, we definitely going to have more aerial attacks then,
Yeah,
which
sounds
we
like
don't
it.
have currently. So that's going to be interesting.
You know,
So you definitely have to keep an eye on the sky as well.
I wonder whether or not we'd be able to hold a shield over our heads instead of just in front of us, like an
I don't know.
umbrella.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. Well, we know that there's a bat dog coming, so we'll ignore that. We know the woolly zebra's coming, so we'll ignore that. Adjusting modifier state electroshock so it deals electric damage, not physical.
That makes sense, right? It's not physical damage, the electric shock. It's electric damage.
Yeah, but
But
electroshock damage has a physical effect, so why would it not?
yeah, but so if you attack an animal, if you use melee attack with a knife, you do different types of damage than if you attack with bow and arrow, which would give you projectile damage.
Yeah, but
Still,
you
projectile damage will have a physical effect.
yeah, but you attack an animal with an electroshock addition to the knife. It still kills the animal. It doesn't just shock
Oh
them. It does physical damage.
well, the knife does physical damage, and the electroshock attachment should do electric damage. Apparently,
Yeah.
it did do physical damage until now. Although I have to say, the whole stun mechanism still does work.
Mm.
That's why in my open world I use a knife with the electroshock attachment.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Fixing Prometheus, the world data show is now feature locked to new frontiers and no longer development.
Good.
That's
So they're
that's a
being more
step in the right
specific.
direction.
Yeah, they're being more specific about where stuff is available.
Well, I see it as a step closer to releasing it.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
there is already a DLC in New Frontiers, not published yet, but it's already there. And Prometheus World Data is now feature locked to the New Frontiers DLC. It's
Good.
no longer locked to development.
Good. Good. That's a step in the right direction.
Ha.
Further bias, I thought this was interesting. I've had this happen to me. Further bias out non-flat areas when selecting a player spawn point to prevent landing with door open towards the vertical cliffs on Prometheus. I have had
You haven't had
not
this?
not on Prometheus, but I have had it when we've landed on it on Styx. That
Yeah.
I've landed right at the edge of the cliff, and as soon as I get out the door, I fall down the cliff, take umpteen amounts of damage, and have to find a way around it to get back up to the thingy, just so that I can pick up my fucking space gear.
That's why I made it a habit. I stay in my dropship. I first take all the stuff out, so I basically stand on the edge. First take all my stuff from the dropship before jumping out.
Yeah,
It
well,
makes sure I get my stuff before I get out, and also
I used
I don't
to just jump
accidentally.
out, turn around, and then pick up my stuff. And
Yeah,
there was one time I did that, and I fell down a really steep cliff, took 3/4 of my health away, ended up with low health, no oxygen, no water, no armor, no nothing, and I had to walk for like 5-10 minutes before I could get my stuff out of my fucking drop pod.
yeah. Well, it makes you a bit more careful.
Yeah. Now I actually look out the door before I run.
Exactly, which is a good thing.
Okay, creating new transgenic tomato and setting up various seed states.
Yeah. So
Transgenic?
either the tomato mentioned before is going to be renamed to transgenic tomato, or we're going to have another type of tomato, the transgenic tomato.
Okay.
This will come in the first mission in Prometheus, though, as is being said in the next bullet point.
Yeah, I just read
New
that.
mission step for Prometheus Story 1. Prospectors are now given a crop plot and tomato. Tomato, whatever. So, yeah. But this might be like the tomato mentioned in earlier patch notes is going to be the transgenic tomato.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm thinking actually what they did was they just upgraded the tomato that was already there and gave us a
Well,
basic crop plot and tomato to plant in the first mission story.
there is no tomato yet. It's feature locked to Prometheus.
Yeah, yeah, but what I'm saying is the one that was originally talked about is turned into the transgenic one,
Yeah.
and they've just given us a basic one for the future content.
No, this is going to be given in Prometheus, not before.
Okay, well, here's one, a bullet point, a couple below it, where it says updated story 1 to fix tomato praise and reward audio from the
Simple 3 mission.
yeah.
So might be that Prometheus, if you are on Prometheus, you do those missions, that you have a different loot set or a more extended loot set compared to Olympus or Styx.
Yeah, that would make sense. So the dynamic missions actually give you more tomatoes.
Gives you a bigger reward set, as in additional rewards added to the rewards table, but
Okay.
Prometheus locked. So
Alrighty.
the collection quest trigger, sorry, for the Prometheus mission has been updated, so the retrieval pod and creature can be seen from further away. And creature. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
So
the creature you have to collect something from can be seen from further away.
so the story one, actually the creature is a daisy.
Yeah.
As you can see, fix story one daisy quest and steps, so looting is optional.
Yeah.
So this is a stockpile mission where you have to collect stuff, something
Uh-huh.
to do with tomatoes apparently,
Well,
and
tomatoes are definitely in it.
optional also collect stuff from daisies.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you can see the pot a bit further away. Everything is better than the invisible pot, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. And we've had many invisible pods and a lot of fun with them.
Back in the days, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and let's see. First commit for the blueback fur fix, setting up new splines. So again, the blueback
He's going to
actually
give us fur.
is a fish. There is the blue buck, which is like an antelope. So yeah,
Okay.
let's assume so the blueback in Prometheus is gonna be quadruple. This has been mentioned quite a few weeks ago in patch notes already.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the blueback itself has been mentioned multiple times in multiple patch notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun. Each
Yeah.
time I see blueback, I'm like, you mean blue buck? You mean blueback?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't know. We'll find out. I like this one, but I think there should be in the fixes, not the future content. We've had this happen recently. Fixed buildings not propagating fire anymore.
oh yeah.
We had that with Lalev's Corner and
No, it was Froggy's hideout. Frog's
Froggy's
hideout.
Hideout.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Lalev's Corner didn't burn either.
We didn't set it on fire. We only did the Froggy's hideout, so you
Yeah,
could get the achievement.
yeah. Did we actually get the achievement?
I have it, but I had it before already.
Okay, I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
So, because if they fixed it, I'll have to set another one on fire, I'm afraid. Okay.
So, as you mentioned before, there's going to be the weather event related to sulfur pools.
Yeah.
Updating weather actions and events to add a sulfur pool event. Adding cosmetic attachment to the sulfur pool area, sulfur pool aura. Added actors in the precision map that would receive the sulfur pool's aura when the event triggers. So, yeah,
Good.
it's going to be interesting to see what kind of event is going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Setting up the bones for the plane Equix in engine. That sounds like an an Equix. Equix?
Yeah, horse-ish.
Horses. Yeah, I go with horses, but then
Horse-ish. Horse family
yeah, equines.
equines, yeah.
Okay, here's another attack for us. Lava Hunter Fisher attack prototype BP and visual effects.
We already knew several weeks ago a lava hunter will have a fissure attack. So they've been working on this now. Good.
Yeah. Where are we going now? I'm going to scroll up a bit.
Or scroll down.
Yeah. Added first pass of slump. Oh God.
Swamp slug.
Swamp. Thank you. Behavior set and animations. So they'll be working on that, which is good to know.
Lots of additions to the slug audio.
Yeah.
I like the running. Adding slug sniff, slug shake ear, and shake adjustments to animation notifiers.
Gosh, that's way down.
They've been working on it.
Oh yeah. They've also been working on the brick stuff because there's a couple just above that where it's been.
The door, the railing stairs, trapdoor hatch, window, railing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Railing bridge. New Zealand spelling.
Yeah.
Bridge. Wow. Updated fog to acid fog. Yeah. Updating names of redbacks, arid strikers, and ashen drakes to match throughout bestiary, creature type, and carcasses. So
drakes are
redbacks.
definitely flyers. Strikers are regular flyers.
So redbacks as a variant of the blueback.
Possibly.
Arid strikers, where before it was just striker.
Yeah, so we've got
well, actually, the snow desert strikers and an arid strike. So there's 3 already.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Ashen Drakes. So was it last week or the week before where we were speculating about dragons?
Yeah, dragons. Yeah.
Yeah, Ashen Drake. So I reckon lava
good.
biome.
Yeah. Yeah. Adding lots of slug attack movements, etc. Okay,
Updating
here we go.
Chala.
Chala. Yeah,
Visit,
go for it.
The Visit and Arid Blueback names. So you have the Blueback, the Redback, Arid Blueback. Cool. New animal. Chala, whatever you want to pronounce it.
Chala.
Let's see. Is there anything I can find giving me an indication of what kind of animal we're talking about? Not really.
Well, seeing as chamois is spelled chamois or chamois, I'm going to say that that's pronounced Shala.
Also, the visit. No idea what kind of animal I have to expect here.
Visit. Snake?
Having a glutinous or sticky consistence.
Ooze. Blobs.
We did talk about blobs last week as well.
We did, didn't we?
Yep, last week added bestiary text for a visit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe the blob, yeah.
Possibly. Adding swamp rote physics asset, as it was referencing old ones where the skeletal mesh bones did not match. So we know that the new rote is going to be in the swamp then.
At least in the swamp.
Yeah.
Definitely in the swamp, and maybe also we also get variants in other biomes. Again, I have no idea what to think when I read road. No idea.
Okay. Adding slug whoosh attack and big swirl swoosh attack audio and animation cues.
It's gonna
This slug sounds like
throw slug.
This I was just gonna say this slug's gonna sound Quake. Hmm.
It's
Doesn't.
gonna spit slime or so, or throw slime, which will slow you down. I don't know. It's a slug. It could.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd say.
But then the lava hunter's got a spit attack, so like.
Yeah, but he's gonna spit fire or lava or whatever. It's different. As
Hmm.
long as they don't team up. But then
Maybe.
again, slug is
Maybe.
gonna be a swamp biome, and lava
May,
hunter is gonna be lava biome. So yeah, maybe.
maybe the slug starts the ooze attack. The Visids.
I don't know. His is no, he has his own entry in the bestiary.
Yeah, but yeah, well, cool. Or maybe they could be, like this lava hunter's gonna spit flyers at us and stuff.
No, the broodlings, I think. Broodlings from the eggs. Lays eggs,
Hmm.
hatches broodlings.
Okay. Hmm.
Here's another type of blueback. Well, lava blueback could be the arid blueback, by the way.
Now, arid blueback depicts dry.
Yeah, but arid wastelands is like lava biome, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna have a desert biome which is arid because we get arid winds in the desert
Uh,
already.
true. So it could be the desert variant and the lava variant.
Yeah, could be. Okay. Disambiguate epic creatures and boss creatures when awarding bestiary points.
Yeah, so uh, epic creatures like the simple missions kill animal, which is usually either a bear or a black wolf.
Mm-hmm.
But the black wolf is not the alpha wolf. Because the crazy creature you have to kill, that black wolf, does not have the wolf pack, where alpha wolf does. So
Yes.
there's already a difference between the epic black wolf and the boss
Boss
black wolf.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes total sense.
The same goes for the bear. It's an epic one. I'm not sure we have a boss bear though. Oh, no, it's polar bear in the Styx mission.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, we're going to have bunnies running along the floor and we're supposed to get a killer bunny. Bunny
Hopefully, yeah.
boss.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, that's going to be great. Can't wait. So, there's quite a lot in the future content to give us some hints and tips and some good old speculation, which we're very good at. And that, my peeps, takes us to the end of the update for this week. I'd like to say thanks very much to anybody who lurked, everybody who watched, and all who took part in the chat. So thank you very much, Moshbo. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. I'd also like to say thanks to Cornet for keeping on top of the Discord channel.
Of course.
We will be back shortly for subsequent gameplay, so we are going to be back on the hour at 11 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock Gau's time, and 11 a.m. New Zealand time. I can't remember any of the others because they're just too convoluted. So we will be back on the top of the hour for the subsequent gameplay for testing out these new stuff from the update. So until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from her.
And remember, peeps, it's a dangerous world out there, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.